Hey guys, it's Clovis, and the follow-up to Redux is finally out, which is exciting. So, before I ramble on, if you open up the description below the video, you will find a download to the patch and instructions for it, and also a link to Delta Patcher, which is a program that you use to patch your ISO. Remember, you need the ISO of the North American copy of the game. This is the same as Redux and the All Cards mod, and basically what this is it's both mods in one. It is basically Redux mod and All Cards mod in one package, with some other balance changes, like the early game will be a bit easier and the late game will be a bit harder. So go ahead and check it out. I don't really need to detail too much. It's actually a very simple install. You literally just grab your ISO, open up Delta Patcher, select your ISO, and then select the patch in the download below, and then it plays the same as vanilla or the mods, really, where you just play an emulator however you set that up. Again, I'm not going to distribute an ISO of the game, that's illegal. And yeah, for anyone not familiar with the mods, there are a bunch of changes. So all the duels are different. All cards are obtainable. Ranking up is a lot faster. You also gain hidden card and bonus slots on every monster rather than specific types now. You can fuse rituals in the hand. So, for example, if you fuse King of Yamamakai with the Ritual spell, you will play 0 out of the hand. So that makes Rituals a lot stronger and more useful, means you can also grind those monsters out as deck leaders easier after you obtain them. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool changes like that. Just like all the changes carried over from All Cards mod are now in this version of Redux. It removes the annoying thing where the AI double taps all their cards for no reason. There's the duel room feature. If you press the shoulder buttons in the custom duel, you can scroll through duels. You can do that before you've beaten both sides of the game to access Deckmaster K, Deckmaster S, Deckmaster T, and Deckmaster I. But then also after you've beaten both sides of the game, you can do that to duel any existing opponent in the game, including those Deckmasters. This also skips the intro cutscene. That's not optional, that's mandatory now because we use that data to add in other stuff. Leader ability trees are updated, probably a bit more from Redux. I'm not really going to bother doing a video about all the changes, just, yeah. Really, like, you can just open up the modding tool, even the old modding tool, and just look, and you'll see what the differences are if you really care that much. Or just level things up and find out the hard way. Really, I didn't take any leader abilities away from anything, I just gave the crap type some bonus stuff. Really, it's not too much far off Redux. Also, like other features from All Cards mod, you can reincarnate after every single duel instead of every 5. There's no deck cost restriction in the post-game, so after you've beaten both sides of the game, you can go around with a 2000 deck cost deck and duel anyone if you really want. Some duelists have their music updated, that's a very normal thing, it's just to make it a bit more variety than listening to the same 2 themes for like most duelists. And the starter decks are based on the vanilla ones, but they've been adjusted. So there's no terrain cards, but a lot of them have like a ritual spell in them, or they have some other compensation for not having that. And so that, you know, makes it a bit more exciting. Again, I do have to clarify, the only not intentional property main counter is a common emulator bug. If the audio glitches out, it will mute some or all the sound effects or music, possibly generating a really high-pitched sound, and then the game will eventually crash. So if you ever get this, you gotta save the game and then reset the emulator. That's just kind of an emulator problem with the game, not really the mod. That happens with vanilla and all the mods for it. It's just a property of the game. And so, yeah. That's pretty much all there is to say about that. Now, in regards to making content for this mod, I'm not really going to. I don't plan to, and the truth is because I just don't want to. I just don't feel like it. So, you know, there won't be a bunch of videos about this. I'm obviously not heavily editing this one. I just really want to make sure this mod is out because this mod's been ready for over a month, and I was kind of waiting for the itch to make more content for it and give it a better release, but I really just want to put it out there. Like, since it's been done, I've done really nothing else, but now you can play it, and everything should be functioning normally, pretty much up to scratch, you know. Because it was based on 2 other mods that already existed, I didn't put as much effort into this one, and most of the hard lifting, heavy lifting, the hard work was done by Batspup's modding tool changes, which eventually I'll do a video on the updated modding tool and release that video, but I'm not going to be putting a lot of effort into videos anymore until I get the urge to do that, but I'm not going to depend on that because it's been a long time since I've cared, and I don't really like editing videos, and I don't really want to content farm stuff, it's just not what I cared to do. And so this is just kind of the release of that. I know it's very unceremonious, but you can now patch your game with Redux 2, and it is the Redux 2 that I would have otherwise celebrated with a bunch of content, but I don't want to do that. So if you want to check out my stream where I may or may not be speedrunning or may not be playing Redux 2 or something, yeah, that's in the video description below as well, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not doing more content and more detailed stuff, but I mean, the mod's done, you can enjoy it just the same and play it in your own time, and yeah, stuff like that. So that's really it. Hope you enjoy the Redux 2. Special thanks again to Bats Pop for making all the changes. President All Cards mod carried over to Redux 2, and yeah, I will see you guys next time.